Dear students, do you know why the silk fabric is so popular and expensive to buy? Why silk is regarded of high value and considered as a status of symbol of royal elegance? Why do people in India flock to buy silk during the festive season? Let us go through this topic to understand the basic of sericulture. In India, silk is a way of life. Over thousands of years, it has become an inseparable part of Indian culture and it's a royal tradition. No ritual is complete without silk being used as a wear in some form or other. Because of its unique softness and luster, silk is highly valued by the fashion industry. It has established a benchmark of luxury and wealth. Silk has an extreme durable nature and can be dyed in a huge array of colors. Due to its excellent moisture absorption capacity, it gives a soft feel to your skin so that you can feel warm in winters and cool during summers. Silk is an undisputed queen of textiles over the century and is widely used as a fabric in cloths, curtains, neckties, scarves, and home furnishings. The process of involved in the production of silk is very time consuming and often labor intensive. Sericulture is a cottage industry that produces silks. It is a mode of employment in several developing and labor rich countries. History of sericulture. Historical evidence shows that silk was the first discovered in China by Empress Xi Lingxi, the 14-year-old bride of Emperor Hongdei, the so-called Yellow Emperor. Legends tells that she was sitting under the mulberry tree, drinking a cup of tea, and a silk cocoon fell from into the tea cup. While trying to recover the cocoon from the hot liquid with a spoon, she discovered that the very fine and long lustrous thread unwound itself from the cocoon. She discovered the silk and the process obtaining it from the cocoons. Thus, the silk industry came into being. In the beginning, silk was worn only by the royal family. The Chinese guarded the secret of producing silk for 100 years in the Guangdong province. From China, the secret of silk making spread to the Tibet when a Chinese princess carrying silkworm eggs and mulberry seeds in her head apparel married a king of Khotan in Tibet. From the Tibet, it spread to India in 140 BC and then slowly to Persia. According to the ancient Indian scholars, silkworms were first domesticated in foothills of Himalayas. British East India Company exploited the silk industry and exported large quantities of silk from West Bengal to England. In 1836, denied on privatization of the sericulture industry was developed in Mysore and Jammu and Kashmir. Each sericulture state in India has a traditional reputation for particular kind of silk goods from the ancient times. For example, Banaras silks, Kashmir silks, Bengal silks, Mysore silk and Kanjipuram silks. You have learned about the history of silk and sericulture. Now, let us understand the definition of the sericulture and the process involved in the production of silks. Definition of the sericulture. Silk, also called as a queen of fibers, is a protein fiber produced from the silk glands of silkworms. The techniques of the silk production or silk farming is known as sericulture. The word sericulture is derived from Greek word serikos, which means silk, and English word culture meaning rearing. Sericulture refers to the conscious mass scale rearing of silk producing organisms to obtain silks. Sericulture is an agro-based, labor-intensive, rural cottage industry. It provides substantial employment to the rural people and income by the way of rearing silkworms for the production of silk cocoons. Sericulture involved cultivation of mulberry to produce leaf rearing of silkworm to convert the leaf to cocoon, reeling of cocoon to obtain the silk yarn, and weaving to convert the yarn to fabrics. China and Japan are two main producers of silk yarn, producing over 50% of total world production each year. Sericulture also includes the practical aspect such as increasing productivity of the land as well as the labor, stabilization of the cocoon production, improvement of silk yarn, fabric, and generating profitable income for rural, poor, SC, ST, and OBC people. Silk is an animal protein fiber secreted by the silkworm larva for spinning of cocoon. This cocoon provides a protective shell for the soft and delicate caterpillar to pass the pupal stage inside and its metamorphosis into an imago. Silk yarn is obtained from the silken cocoons. Origin of Silk Road. Silk was exported along the Silk Road, which was ancient trade route linking China and the Roman Empire. This prestigious trade network became a major connection in linking both civilizations of the East and West by facilitating trans-regional trade and cultural exchange in the world history. Chinese silk was exchanged for gold, wool, horses, jade, and classes of the West. The 6,400-kilometer long Silk Road started in Xi'an through the Great Wall of China, Afghanistan, Syria, Egypt, Mediterranean ports, and extended till Europe. Importance of sericulture. Sericulture is an agro-based rural industry with large labor involvement and higher income generation potential. This industry provides a means of livelihood to large section of the population in terms of mulberry cultivator, cooperative rearer, silkworm seed producer, farmer cum rearer, reeler, twister, weaver, hand spinner of silk waste, traders, and so on. India has the unique distinction of being a only country producing all the four kinds of commercial silk: mulberry silk 91.7%, tussar silk 1.4%, eri silk 6.4%, and muga silks 0.5%. Let us see agro-based rural industry. Once the plantation is established, it will continue to yield for 10 to 12 years with minimum expenditure for maintenance. Therefore, maximum returns can be obtained with minimum investment. It is suitable to small and marginal farmers also. All the sericulture activities are village based and hence prevents the migration of the people from rural to urban areas in search of jobs. It is only one cash crop in agriculture sector that gives the returns within 30 days. Silk being an expensive commodity is used mostly by affluent society and hence transfer of money from rich to poor is ensured. Mulberry ensure higher income per unit area than that from a number of agriculture crops. Sericulture gives a big income 5 to 6 times a year. Sericulture mostly requires use of simple appliances which are easily available in rural areas. In drought conditions, when most of the agriculture crops do not revive even after a few showers, mulberry being a perennial crop sprouts and yield leaves for rearing silkworms. Sericulture provides self-employment opportunities to the educated unemployed youth in the varied sectors. Let us see the benefits of sericulture. Many byproducts are obtained from sericulture activities. Mulberry and silkworm have pharmaceutical values. Silkworm is used as a tool for genetic and biotechnological studies. Silkworms give the products which are used as medicines for humans. 60 lakh persons are engaged in various sericulture activities in the country. It is estimated that sericulture can generate employment throughout the year. This potential is far expands and no other industry generates this kind of employment, especially in rural areas. Hence, sericulture is used as a tool for rural reconstruction. About 57% of the cross value of the silk fabrics flows back to the cocoon growers, with a share of income to the different groups as 56.8 to 8% to cocoon grower, 6.8% to the reeler, 9.1% to the twister, 10.7% to the weaver, 16.6% to the trade. The importance of benefits of sericulture: high employment potentiality, provide vibrance to the village economies, low gestation, high returns, woman friendly occupation, ideal program for weaker sections of the society, eco friendly activity. Let us see the sericulture in India. Though India is leading producer of silk in the world, it accounts for just 5% of the global silk market, since the bulk of Indian silk trade and silk cloth are consumed domestically. Germany is the largest consumer of Indian silk. In India, sericulture is cultivated in Karnataka, Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar and Orissa. Let us see the economic importance. Silk is the queen of fabric, still commands the consumer market from 2200 BC to till today. Nationally and internationally, sericulture is a good source of earning foreign exchange. The export potential of Indian sericulture industry is evident from the fact that annual export is rupees 2879.56 crores during the year 2004 to 2005. Mulberry silk production accounts for about 92% of total silk produced in India. Organization involved in sericulture industry: International Sericulture Commission was established in Lyon, France in the year 1948. It is the only intergovernmental organization of silk producing country. The 14 member countries of ISC are Brazil, Egypt, France, Greece, India, Indonesia, Iran, Japan, Lebanon, Madagascar, Romania, Tunisia and Turkey. The ISC encourages and promotes the development of sericulture and allied activities of sericulture industry in the member countries. Central Silk Board (CSB), established in 1949, is one of the earliest statutory bodies of the Government of India. Its headquarters is located in Bangalore. Under the Ministry of Textiles, it is the apex body responsible for promotion and overall development of sericulture and silk industry in India. Large rural base in the state implies on opportunity to generate rural employment under sericulture. Policies in India and its states have always given the substantial importance for the development of labor intensive and eco-friendly industries like sericulture. A sericulture wing under the State Industry Department was set up in the year 1951 to promote the development of sericulture industry. The institutes under CSPs are Central Sericulture Research and Training Institute, Mysore, Berhampur, Bombur. Central Silk Technological Research Institute is located at Bangalore. National Silkworm Seed Organization NSSO, it's located at Bangalore. Silk Seed Technology Laboratory SSTL, located at Godati, Bangalore. Central Sericulture Germplasm Resource Center CSGRC, located at Hosur. Seri Biotechnology Research Laboratory SBRL, located at Bangalore. Central Tasso Research and Training Institute CTR and TI, located at Ranchi, Jharkhand. Central Muha Research and Training Institute CMER and TI, located at Jorhat, Assam. At the state level, sericulture interests are looked after by the respective governments. For example, Department of Sericulture Karnataka, Department of Sericulture Andhra Pradesh, Department of Sericulture West Bengal, Department of Sericulture Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka State Sericulture Research and Development Institute, Talakattapura, Bangalore, and Andhra Pradesh State Sericulture Research and Development Institute, Kinpur, are state level research institutes. Silk Mark Organization of India (SMOI) is registered society sponsored by CSB that gives silk mark label to the silk goods. The Central Silk Board, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India has been acting as a facilitator for planning, development and monitoring of sericulture industry between states and central government. International Trade Center. Another international body associated with sericulture is International Trade Center (ITC). It is a body affiliated to UNCTAD or GATT and looks after the international trade promotion. It has taken up some silk export projects in certain countries and is presently working from Bahalpur in India. Let us see the types of silkworms. Silk is a fibrous protein of animal origin. A number of organisms secrete silk, which is used by them for anchorage, endangering their prey, or forming a protective sheath with or without other materials. Nearly 400 to 500 species are known to be produce silk, but only very few are commercially exploited. Based on the organism producing it, silk is classified into insect silk and non-insect silk. Insect silk is commercially more important. The majority of the silk producing insect belong to the order Lepidoptera, superfamily Pombicidea and families Pombicidae and Saturnidae. Nearly 95% of the commercial insect silk comes from the mulberry silkworm Bombyx mori and is known as mulberry silk. The commercial silk from all other sources is collectively called non-mulberry silk. Hence, the major insect species producing silk are mulberry silkworm Bombyx mori, Tassar silkworms, tropical tassar Antheria melita, temperate tassar Antheria proili, Chinese tassar Antheria perni, Japanese tassar Antheria yamamai, Iris silkworm Samia ricini, Muga silkworm Antheria assamensis. Mulberry silk is produced extensively in the state Karnataka, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir. Similarly, tassar silkworms are reared traditionally by the tribes of Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Orissa. Muga and Iri silk are produced exclusively in Assam. The food plant of silkworms is mulberry for producing mulberry silk. Tassar silk producing silkworms feed on Terminalia tomentosa and Terminalia arjuna. Similarly, Muga silk producing silkworms feed Som. Iri silkworm producing silkworms feed on castor. Let us see uses of silk. The silk obtained from the above sources, particularly that obtained from mulberry silkworm, is natural fiber used in textiles. It is soft, smooth, lustrous and holds a prestigious place among the fibers to the extent that it is called a queen of textiles. Silk may be sold and exported as a raw silk yarn itself. It may be woven into the fabrics by power loom or hand loom or directly as a fabrics or ready-made garments. Articles made from the silk such as ties, scarves, stoles, shawls, furnishings and carpets have a wide acceptance in the market. Knitted materials from the silk fibers such as socks and stockings are also valued highly. A variety of fabric materials like dubois, plain silks, deluxe, satin, chiffon, chignons, crepe and brocades are woven from the mulberry silk. Costly furnishing materials are made from hand-spun mulberry silks. Spun silk fabrics are made from the silk waste generated during the reeling of silk cocoons. Some of the waste silk is hand spun into matka, tissue and noil yarns and furnishings made from these yarns also have a good export market. Dasar silk fabrics in exotic designs are produced by handlooms and are in good demand for export, especially Jika noil and Dasar plain. Cotton, Dasar blunt, Dasar mulberry too are popular. Golden muga is consumed in the domestic market in the form of sarees and dress material. Fine quality iris fun silk is used for dress materials and the coarse variety form is used for making chadar, shawls and quilts. From trimoltas, the special kind of silk yarn is prepared which is used as a package material in pencil industry and for making talc powder puffs. Using silk as a raw material, sound-free gears are prepared for exclusive use of manufacturing the finishing machinery. France uses 20 to 24 tenure silk in tire manufacture and this tire is said to have a longer lifespan than the ordinary rubber tires. Parachute is made from 13 to 15 tenure silk fiber. It was during the World War II that helped in the tremendous progress of sericulture throughout the world. Cozy and soft sky jackets, comforters and sleeping bags are also made from silk. The silk gut which used as a surgery for internal stirring it made from silk glands. The silk glands are dissected out, put in warm water and pulled at the two ends to yield in a fiber of uniform thickness. As it is a protein, it is auto-absorbable and need not to be removed after wound healing. Silk grafts have also been used successfully to replace cut arteries. Silkworms are large organisms which can be mass cultured in any laboratory as the techniques are well known. They are therefore extensively used in insect physiology researches. In the wake of genetic engineering, studies using viruses as a clothing vectors, insects, in particular the silkworms are extensively used as a expression systems for desired gene both in vivo and in vitro systems. Let us see the conclusion. In this session, we discussed about the sericulture, its history and its importance. We also discussed about the origin of Silk Road and the various organizations that are involved in the sericulture industry. Finally, we classified silkworms and listed the benefits of silk. To summarize, the silk is a protein fiber produced from the silk glands of silkworms. Sericulture refers to the conscious mass scale rearing of silk producing organism to obtain silk. Sericulture is an agro-based, labor-intensive rural cottage industry providing subsidiary employment to the rural people and earns income by the way of rearing silkworms for the production of silken cocoons. Sericulture involves the cultivation of mulberry to produce leaf rearing of silkworms, to convert the leaf to cocoon, reeling of cocoon to obtain the silks, yarn and weaving to convert the yarn to fabrics. The Silk Road was prestigious network of the trade routes linking the civilization of the East represented by the China with the civilization of the West represented by the Rome. Silk is the undisputed queen of textiles over the century and is widely used as a fabric in cloths, curtains, neckties, scarves and home furnishings. In India, has the unique distinction of the being only country producing all the four kinds of commercial silk: mulberry silk, tussar silk, eri silk and muga silks. International Sericulture Commission (ISC) established in the year 1948 in France is the only intergovernmental organization of silk producing countries. Central Silk Board (CSP) established in 1949 in Bangalore under the Ministry of Textiles is the apex body of the responsible for the promotion and overall development of sericulture and the silk industry in India. Silk Mark Organization of India (SMOI) is registered as a society sponsored by CSB, gives a silk mark label to the silk goods. International Trade Center (ITC) affiliated to GATT is responsible for the international trade promotion. By going through this session, we now have the fair knowledge about the cultivation and production of silk.